violence will never stop.
Hey folks, today we offer you to recall the attempts to transfer our favorite video games to movie and TV screens. Unfortunately, it rarely works out well, but we were still able to identify 10 interesting examples. Number 10. Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
No, you can't understand me. But put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
At number 10, we have the story of Tim Goodman, the son of a famous detective who disappeared after an accident. Tim teams up with Detective Pikachu. They search for Tim's father in the bright neon metropolis of Rhyme City, where humans and Pokemon live side by side. It may come as a surprise to some that this is not an anime, but a video game adaptation. But yes, the movie is based on the 2016 game of the same name, where the well-known Pikachu takes on the role of a detective. The whole investigation is solely used to develop the relationship between the main characters, which is full of good humor.
Yeah, Pika Pika Pika, he's adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
In this respect, the film is an example of a classic buddy movie, where two partners gradually become friends and charge the viewer with positive emotions. By the way, the role of Pikachu is brilliantly played by Ryan Reynolds. Number 9. Uncharted. Nathan Drake, a tireless adventurer, comes across a mysterious artifact. It can lead the young fortune hunter to the island where the coveted treasures are hidden. Perhaps the main PlayStation game series has been calling for a movie for quite a while. Finally, in 2022, it got its own movie adaptation. The flick was directed by Ruben Fleischer, better known for his work on Zombieland and Venom. Tom Holland played the role of the iconic hero, and Mark Wahlberg became his on-screen brother. It all came together into an exciting summer blockbuster that the audience has already started to miss. The most important thing this movie has managed to do is to capture the invigorating spirit of a real-life adventure. Number 8. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. The adventures of two plumber brothers, Mario and Luigi, continue, this time on big screens. Don't miss the fun of diving with them into the fascinating world of mazes and puzzles in search of the lost princess. The most recent representative of our list, the Super Mario Bros. Unexpectedly tore up the box office and became one of the most profitable animated movies in history. There is hardly anyone who hasn't heard of these colorful characters. Many of us have spent hours in front of the TV playing the immortal Nintendo franchise since childhood. The film creators realized where it's at and decided to dip the viewer headlong into nostalgia. Now this is what a real return to childhood looks like. Number 7. Warcraft.
They're beasts. They should all be destroyed.
The peaceful kingdom of Azeroth is being invaded by orcs, who have managed to escape their dying world through an interworld portal. Heroes of the war inside must protect their families, people, and homes. World of Warcraft is, without exaggeration, one of the most iconic games in history. Some of the hardcore players devoted their entire lives to this virtual world. No wonder why the movie adaptation aroused great interest from the audience. The audience's feedback was rather split, but a consensus was reached at least in one thing. There is a truly epic fantasy that does a great job at introducing an incredible game lore to the general public. Here, you will find picturesque landscapes, brutal battles, and even some drama that is certainly relatable to everyone. Number 6. Sonic the Hedgehog.
In an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers. So I came to yours.
The super-fast Sonic the Hedgehog is now hiding on Earth. Sheriff Tom becomes his friend. Together, they get involved in adventures where they oppose Dr. Robotnik's plans to take over the Hedgehog's power. Only he can compete with Mario for the title of the main character of video games, his competitor from Sega. It's hard to imagine how many millions of kilometers players have traveled in ultrasonic speeds while playing the collection of games provided by this franchise. The movie perfectly recreates well-known characters and locations, evoking pleasant memories. It was so important for the filmmakers to leave the audience satisfied, they even changed the hugely criticized original design of Sonic. Moreover, the role of the villain, Dr. Robotnik, is played by none other than the unmatchable Jim Carrey. It's totally worth watching.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk.
Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
Number 5. Silent Hill. While Rose is trying to save her daughter, she finds herself in a mysterious city of Silent Hill, a place of perpetual fog, where unexplainable things happen. You have to pay a high price to get what you want there. It's already hard to turn a game into a movie, and even harder to turn it into a horror genre. This makes the adaptation of the Japanese franchise Silent Hill even more valuable. The game series is famous for its mysterious atmosphere and psychological tension. The adaptation tells us its own horrifying story and is not repeating the plot of any particular part, sticking to the spirit of the original. One thing is sure, the journey to this gloomy city brings unforgettable memories. Number 4. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
The gods have a plan for you, a destiny.
The young Prince Destan is a brave warrior who loses his kingdom to an evil wizard. Now Destan has to steal a powerful magical artifact from the hands of villains that can turn back time and make its owner the ruler of the world. The Prince of Persia game delighted players even before it was suddenly overshadowed by the Assassin's Creed franchise. However, if the movie about the Order of Assassins didn't work out well, the Prince did much better. Disney has masterfully transferred the Eastern aesthetics to the screens, generously seasoning Slayer's magic elements. The plot is full of unrestrained action and charismatic characters. Jake Gyllenhaal shines in the main role, supported by the real masters Ben Kingsley and Alfred Molina. Number 3. Mortal Kombat 1995. An ancient fighting tournament called Mortal Kombat takes place every generation, bringing together the best fighters from all the underworlds. This time, the event is being hijacked by the magician Shang Tsung, who intends to fight the Earth Warriors and destroy their home. Mortal Kombat is arguably the greatest fighting game in history. This game genre does not have a particular plot to follow. Its main specialty are dynamic, bloody and incredibly spectacular fights. Likely or not, it's the main aspect for the filmmakers focused on. The local story is just a subtle excuse to bring different characters together in battle. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya Blade and many others. The drive of the movie is spurred by the unforgettable music that has become a symbol of spectacular battles. A decade later, this action flick has been covered with a thin layer of nostalgia, but has only gotten better with it. Number 2. Arcane.
Imagining yourself a hero? Then what are you waiting for?
For years, the state has been divided into a lower city of the poor and an upper city of the rich. Two sisters, Jinx and Vi, grew up in these unfair conditions. One day, they find themselves on opposite sides of the tracks. No one probably expected anything good from the movie adaptation of League of Legends, an online game where two teams of heroes face off on the same map. They decided to create an animated series based on this briefly described world and visual style. The most surprising thing is that an amazing story has actually been woven into the mix. It strikes a balance between teenage entertainment and serious drama. It's impossible to tear yourself away from the show. The IMDb rating reaches 9, making Arcane not just one of the best gaming adaptations, but also one of the best animated series out there. Number 1. The Last of Us.
You trust me?
It's been 20 years since the world was destroyed by a mysterious virus. Joel meets 14-year-old Ellie on his way, whom he decides to protect and escort to safety. Naughty Dog's hit game is incredibly cinematic. Therefore, the movie adaptation was not really needed. Anyway, the creators managed to convince us otherwise.
Don't let her get away!
The HBO series recreates the journey full of adventures and dangers with great precision. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey put lots of effort into portraying the now iconic characters. According to both viewers and critics, this is one of the best series made in the last few years. The show deserves the title of an absolute masterpiece, just like the game itself. The list of worthy video game adaptations turned out to be a bit controversial, but diverse nevertheless. We've most likely left out many more interesting projects out of the picture. Write and tell us which movies or TV series based on video games you would have put in your top 10 list. Or maybe there are games that you're still waiting to be made into the big screen adaptations. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And also don't forget to support us by giving us a like and subscribing to our channel.